Okay, so today was a longer day than expected. I decided to wait until, again, nighttime to do part two of this video. Um, so I'm sorry it took so long. It took me 2 whole days to do one video of hers. Again, she's been pretty quiet. I didn't check her YouTube, but then again, I didn't get a notification. I don't think I got a notification. So I don't think she has another video. Well, I think she has like a short one after this. I don't know. I'll look. But I don't think she uploaded on YouTube today. Which again is like kind of surprising. But also she ended up posting a freaking food picture on Instagram. Okay, so part two of a message to the people. I feel so bad whenever I have to do part one and part two, but I get so tired.
Others to believe that I'm unstable, tampered, that's who I am because of my psychological records as well, because people tampering with my records, because people forcing others to believe that I'm unstable. I'm not that unstable.
Okay, so this is the people were tampering with her records. Yeah. I don't think people have to make us believe anything. This is the only thing that you have to do, and you are showing us exactly how you are.
I suffer from PTSD and I have panic attacks and I have detachments at times because of the overwhelming amount of stress I have gone through having to deal with you individuals, you incompetent individuals that don't know how to do your jobs right and don't know how to file paperwork and don't see clearly what is going on in front of you. And yet you're allowed to enforce your will upon others. You're allowed to be forceful and violent with other beings, and you need psychological help. I've explained that to people. There are megalomaniacs in these positions. There are people that take their power to an extreme. They're technically psychopaths. They are. And they actually run the
Let's talk about the importance of taking care of your mental health.
Oh shit. I was okay. Not gonna say anything about that. What would she say? I would turn around and get a sip of water and sound like she said, and they're the ones who run this ish or shit. I don't know. And then it was an ad.
That's what I'm fighting against, and that's why they are. And they actually run the show. And that's what I'm fighting against, and that's why I know that even with the registry, I'm not to expect anything, because that's how it goes with these individuals, these sick human beings that believe that they should have all the resources and they shouldn't be forced to share with someone like me that they've hurt immensely, like the people that they've forced to become homeless. Nobody can climb out of that hole because you make it so. You make it so. Those people, those supreme beings here on earth, the ones that presume that they own everything. That's why I laugh in your faces, because it doesn't matter how much I suffer. I will still smile, and I will still look back at this, and I will still say, you're fucked. You truly are. You are fucked. Each and every one of you. And I'm not just supporting the Christian version of God. I'm supporting every version of God, because God is the Almighty. God is everything. God is the supreme being. We come from God. We stem from God. We have those chemical components, those molecular structures within us that are in creation. And that's why we're able to create as well. That's why I'm creating right now. And you negate a woman's right to choose. You negate a woman's right to be. We are second-class citizens to you, if not third. That's the sick part. You literally have negated my struggle.
I just remembered, this was yesterday morning whenever she was hungry. And instead of freaking fixing something to eat, she's throwing a temper tantrum because she doesn't have any weed. And she's going to this is her. She's going on strike. She's not eating. Oh, that didn't last long because I forgot. She just posted an Instagram picture. I should comment and be like, so did you finally get some weed? I just remembered that. I started this last night, but she did this video yesterday morning saying that she was not going to eat. She was not going to do this pregnancy without her marijuana. So instead of just being a big girl and just freaking feeding herself, she gets on YouTube and tells us she's not going to eat because she doesn't have any smoke. But then today I see I see pictures of food. So I don't know if she finally gave in or well, actually, I think she posted yesterday food pictures too. I'm just so curious, like, who is she doing this for? Her, like, her mom and her brother to be like, fine, Leticia, here's some wheat, or fine, Leticia, here's some money, fine, Leticia, let's go get you some. I don't get it.
Struggles negated my words, negated my trauma, because you believed I was trying to manipulate something in order to have some type of financial gain. That's not what I'm seeking. Money is the devil, and you understand that because you've had so much of it. You've become corrupt. You've become overwhelmingly spoiled within yourselves and your luxuries. Overwhelmingly, privileged in that way, to where others believe they want to be like you. I thought I wanted to be like you for a long time. I did. But if it comes with being a psychopath, I'd prefer to pass. So if material belongings force someone into becoming corrupt, so that you're greedy, so that you're lustful, so that you're slothful, right? All of the 7 deadly sins. Greedy, lusting, slothful, proud, wrathful, envious, gluttonous. I know I've dealt with my own issues. I know that the novel that I was writing was something that you didn't want out there just yet, because I hadn't fixed my story. I hadn't confronted you face to face to make you realize I'm still here, aren't I? Still breathing the same air. So, and I persist. Not that I want to, but that God wants me to be here. Because if I were to have my choice, if I were to have my, way, I'd be dead right now. I would have died all of those times where I tried to commit suicide, all those times that are recorded, all those times that were not documented, and yet I still am here, preaching to you people, preaching to you preaching for you to understand. This is not okay. The corruption is not okay, and we need to take these people out of their power so that they can understand for just a split second what it's like to be no one and nothing to anybody or anything. And I've gone through that many times. Just had to swallow my pride, swallow my tears. And you guys believe that I'm demonic in that way because I react so violently toward these things verbally. That's all I do. I don't actually react physically. Everyone knows. People will literally cut.
What? That's such a lie. And it's also a very dangerous thing to say, because if you say something and people are like, oh, she's not serious, and then you do something, my freaking gosh.
Cut me. I would get shocked for a moment, and then I just sit there. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Even with my own pets, I would get confused. With my child, with any child, I'd be like, why? Why did you do that? Why did you have to act out toward me? Was it your excitement? Was it with your frustration with yourself? It's always upon them. They always had the issue. Yet, no one understands when I had my reactive abuse, when I was reacting to the abuse, they called that the actual abuse. Like it stemmed from nothing. Like I had just pulled it out of nowhere. Pulled it out of my ass. I'm just going to go and hit you. No. It doesn't work like that with Leticia because she's had too many years of therapy. She understands, keep your hands and feet and dick to myself. You know? I keep my privates to myself majority of the time. I wanted to offer it as a strong, independent woman, to go around and to own my sexuality and to, flaunt it in some ways so that I could get what other ladies got. They were pretty. I wanted to be pretty for a minute. And then I got reprimanded. I got reprimanded so harshly for it, too, by being forced into having a child. By being forced into having just some bastards.
Oh my gosh, child. Like, she's getting on my nerves. Just really trying to forget. Like, I'm not trying to forget that she's pregnant, but I'm trying to make me feel better. It just drives me crazy whenever she talks about the baby like this. Whenever she's like, oh, I was forced to do this. Oh, Lord, no, you wasn't. Could have been prevented in so many fucking ways.
Child. Just some random dude. And just because he stemmed from the military doesn't make him worthwhile to me. Not at all. If he would have had love and compassion toward me, then he would have been worth something. But since he's just like every one of you, corrupt, demonic, sick, a psychopath, there's nothing I want from him. Absolutely nothing. I don't want his income for this child. I want him behind bars. I want to see him pain and suffer like I've pained and suffered my entire life. I want him to understand what it's like to have everything removed from you and have that, hanging over your head. Hey, you're going to get your resources removed from you. You're going to have everything gone because for me, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything and they still stole from me. I was speaking out the words of God and they thought it was insane. And I thought, no, do you realize I could have killed these people with these loaded guns? I could have killed them. That could have been the devil talking through me. But you know what? I'm not the devil, apparently. I'm something else. I'm something that...
You are a child of God, so act like it. My gosh. Especially if you want to talk about him and... Golly. She needs so much. I mean, she can be happy and get healthy and she can change, but she's going to want to. And I don't know if she's going to want to. But it's not my lane. I'll pray for it, but you can't really change people. I'm just really worried about the baby. I wish she wasn't even pregnant, honestly. I wish I was, was wrong this whole time.
Is a blessing to a lot of individuals because I get to speak what they were never able to speak. I was able to advance the way they could not advance because they were forced into being fearful, forced into compliance, forced into keeping their mouths shut about what has happened between the civilians and those with the keys. Those that have the positions that can get away with murder. Those that can alter other people's realities so that they look as though they're criminal. So that they can be locked away. So that they can be ostracized and persecuted for the wrong reasons. And I speak these words because I learned them very early on. I mean, these were meant for me, these words, the words that I preach of love and equality and humanity and faith, hope, and love. So, I don't know. I don't know what my being is the purpose for my being is. I just know that I'm here for a reason, and each one of us is here for a particular reason, and that's to alter the course of the future, alter the course of our reality, our dimension.
Yeah. Do you want her to get out of your bed?
Yeah.
Well, then tell her to either get in her bed in there or come in her bed in my room.
She's saying the tablet's down in my bed. She let me borrow it. She thinks to turn to my bed, but I have it. She let me.
Is she trying to share with you?
Yeah. She was watching TV.
Well, let her share with you or grab the other tablet.
Mention. And I know that they're coming out with the answers now. That
You want the tablet?
Bring it. I mean, if y'all are using it, y'all could use it for a little bit, but not all night. Okay, sorry guys.
I've already had in my fucking mind for years, and I wasn't able to convey because I didn't have the proper terms for them. Once learning the terms, I could display everything and relay it properly.
Oh, God.
Yes, this is correct. Yes, this is incorrect. This is not how the world works. This is not how, the fragment or the fragments of life persist, because everything is cyclical. No one understands that. Everything goes in a cycle. So, dependent on the way that you're swinging, how things go about, you understand, everything comes back around. And I try very hard to place a lot of effort into sending positivity out into the universe. Good vibrations, dancing, singing, smiling, because I know that that's truly me. That's truly what my being is meant for. Not all of the stress of daily life and having to survive on a budgeted income like I have been. Yet I still smile through it. I still coupon, I still look for my savings because that's all I can do, because that's all the allotment that I have at this time. But in the future, I plan to have a lot more. I plan to have billions more, because that's what I should be allotted. I should be what I deserve so that I can give back to those that have suffered more than me. And that's what my intentions would be, is to offer back to those communities, to those that actually showed me affection and love, and not even understanding that you can love human beings. Love is transparent in that way. Giving somebody, the last bit of your food, that is love. Giving somebody the affirmations that they needed about, encouragements that they needed, that is love. And yet when I use the words of love and I tell people I love you, they get harsh about it. Even one of the, the officers who was transporting me to the back, I remember saying, I love you, because that's what I do right before I pass out anyways, spread love instead of hatred. And she's...
Is that what you do? You spread love? That's so weird. Yeah, it's not normal to just tell it. I mean, but you don't love your baby, huh? It's crazy.
She said, oh, enough of that. Don't say that. And it's like, wait a second, if you can't say it to just random individuals for helping you, then what is wrong with this world? Why can't we be that translucent, transparent, genuine in that way? To express I love you as a human being, not as an object, not as something that I want to fornicate with or anything like that. Love is just that. Love is all around us. And
okay, she's talking real like, for someone who hasn't been smoking. I mean, I understand totally the, love thy neighbor. But I think it's a little too much whenever you're going around telling everybody, I love you. I mean, love is a strong word. Usually people use that for their, family, their spouses. It's so hard to take her seriously. I'm just trying to commentate here.
And that's why Love Actually is one of my favorite movies, because you can see clearly that there are times where people misconstrue the words of love. They misinterpret it. And My words of love are just being compassionate toward as many people as I possibly can be. And when I'm in a negative energy, I can't be that. I can't be myself. So all the stress, all the stressors of being here, of not having the things that I need to survive, that wanes on me. And I end up lashing out at others. I dented my car because I went to go put the back down. And of course, the warranty didn't cover that, the electronics for the hydraulics of the back door. So I've been having to push down my door instead of it just going down. Well, it's even heavier than a normal door because it has the hydraulics. So I was forcing it down at nearly 8 months pregnant, right? 32 weeks along, 31. And I got pissed and I just kicked it with my fucking flip-flop. I didn't give a fuck and I dented it. I know how strong I am. I know how capable I am. And I refuse to act out. I refuse to murder people because of that. Because I know I could kill people.
I just wanted to give a moment of silence after that. Okay.
And I just don't. I am. And I refuse to act out. I refuse to murder people because of that. Because I know I could kill people. And I just don't. I wait. I wait and I see if they're going to alter themselves. And if at the very end you don't, I will have to murder some things.
Bitch, what?
I wait. I wait and I see if they're going to alter themselves. And if at the very end you don't, I will have to murder some things. So, and that also means myself in that way. If I end up having to commit another suicide attempt and it's on you people, then it's going to be 10 times worse for each individual involved and everyone that knows about it. So, and it's not a threat. It's a promise. I'll make sure that you suffer tenfold, and so do.
I don't understand how she is still at this house. I don't understand why she is not at a hospital. I know some people are like, oh, you know, you have to, you don't have to voluntarily give yourself up. Are you kidding me? Crazy people don't really know that they're crazy. Or they do, but they're not going to turn themselves in. There's different ways to go about it. And this, she's a threat to herself, her baby, and everybody else. And I don't understand why they have not gotten her yet. I told them where she's at. I'm sure they know where she's at. I don't get it. But I don't know. I'm trying not to. Sometimes I get so upset at myself that I got like involved with this. Like I don't know. Once the baby was, I got too attached and it was hard and I couldn't just leave. So now here I am. Here the fuck I am. Waiting for her to give birth, to make sure this baby's okay, and I pray to God that lady from Garland will be able to call me or tell me at least what happens with the baby afterwards. I don't know. As sick as it would be, I would much rather find out this bitch was lying the whole time. But Sally, I don't think she's lying about being pregnant. Well, I don't think she's lying about much. She's fucking sick.
Your family and everyone that you've ever loved. I feel like people don't understand me, and they don't understand where I'm coming from and how much I've secluded myself because I knew I had certain powers. I had certain eloquencies that other people did not have. certain privileges, certain advancements that others do not have. I understand that I might be more important to this entire story than I had initially presumed, knowing that I am a mixed child. My father came from Mexico illegally, and that I am able to speak out on both behalves of what has happened, both sides of it, why we need rules and regulations, and why certain rules and regulations shouldn't be enforced due to humanity, due to the cost of humanity, the cost of life. So that's why I try to convey this as rationally as possible, as articulately as possible, so that you can understand.
I swear, I don't know if that's like their AC or if it's a fan, but it's so loud. Sorry, I was just like, what is that noise?
Understand what I'm trying to convey in my story, what I'm trying to convey in my life, what I'm not seeking, financial gains, what I'm not seeking, materialistic things. I'm seeking love. I'm seeking those that have compassion. I'm seeking those, and I want to help those that still have hope left in them, because I do have faith that humanity will change and alter itself within a certain amount of time. It's just going to take a few steps back in order for them to make leaps and bounds forward. So, and that's why my story is so relevant in this day and age, because there are a lot of things that I can discuss that I know about personally, that I have lived through and have been ostracized due to the fact, because of poverty, because I was born into poverty. And you may not think that it was that, but my father stems from people that lived in mud, clay huts, and they used the top of a trash can in order to cook their food. Like, you don't even understand. You don't even understand what I have seen, what I have lived through, what I have interacted with. And that's why I know that even the certain amount of contaminations in my blood are not something that I am very proud of. Yet I needed to contact and contract so that I can share from everyone's perspective. Yes, I have HPV. I got it from being a slut. I got it from fornicating with a boyfriend that I shouldn't have been fornicating with, because then he forced me into getting an abortion. Yet nobody has been held to the standard that is there, these laws. Nobody's been forced in my story, aside from me, to keep my mouth shut so that I don't share the secrets that are out there of how people are allowed to get away with certain things in order for them to have certain pawns in place, so that they can maneuver each one of us in our souls into a certain format, into a certain area, into a certain, perception, because we are sheep. Some of us are not sheep, though.
I was about to say,
some of us, you understand, force energy back on you. And that's the hardship of having to deal with us. Whatever heightened individuals, whatever we're called. I say it's autistic.
Wait, fight that. Stop it. I'm not a sheep. I would not consider myself heightened. Damn sure not no. Shit, that aggravates me so much. And I wouldn't consider myself autistic either. This is really ignorant to say. People who don't consider themselves sheeps are autistic. What? She loves diagnosing people. And herself.
I say whatever it is to convey something that you obviously are jealous about. Don't envy me because I'm able to read some minds. Don't envy me because I can alter some frames of reality, and I can alter my own reality and heal myself within certain aspects.
Really?
Don't harm me anymore. I'm sick and tired of this. And if you continue to persist, then I pray to God that your soul is cleansed soon. Cleansed off the face of the fucking earth. Cleansed and purified, because you don't need to exist. Like I was telling my mom something about, sometimes I believe that the destruction of certain things, the removal, the rejection of certain things can build a stronger foundation in the future. So the fact that you've been rejected doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. The fact that you are, forced to have to endure certain hardships, that's not the end of the world. Believe me, I could have been eating out of trash cans. I chose not to because I knew that if I spoke to certain people, they would have the hearts. They would be godly enough to help afford for me in that way, to where I didn't have to degrade myself yet again, that I didn't have to defile myself yet again. That's why I placed out there my thoughts and feelings about being worth $50 for my evening with Jason. Do I really believe that? Do I really want to do that? Do I really want to fornicate for $50? No. I know my worth, and it's not underneath every man. It's underneath one, and that's how it's been. Like, I've been seeking one, and I haven't gotten that allotment yet. So I pray that he's still out there, because all of a sudden, like, I've got all these hardships and nobody wants to take them on because they feel like I'm the issue. And I'm thinking, no, you're the issue for having no compassion. You're the issue for just wanting to fornicate, and that's it. You're the...
Golly, she's just on it.
issue for just seeing me as an object. You're the issue for seeing me as a sexual being as opposed to what I truly am. A human being. We shouldn't be second-class citizens to you. We shouldn't be underneath you in that way. We should be equals. And that's how it should be. You think that by financing us that it's supposed to help us realize you're the ones that own us? No. I would rather be dead. That's why I went off on my journey. That's why I went off until I was forced back into my mother's home by you people. I'm sick and tired of this. I pray that you understand what you have done. I pray that you understand that, you need to change. And you need to give me back my belongings. As much as we don't own anything, I still want my daughter. I need her. There's a difference. And I need my pets. There's a difference. I raised those pets. Some of them from pups. So the fact that you've stolen these things and you're just off, presuming that they don't even remember me, are you deranged? Are you deranged? I've offered so much love and unconditionally, mind you, to these things, that they would never forget something so pure. My guided love instead of your misguided love. So by stealing from one individual and offering to another, this isn't Robin Hood, bitch. I'll steal from you in your reality, and you won't even fucking realize it, because I speak to things that don't belong, right? That aren't necessarily there. But I pray every day. I've prayed every day since I was a child. And you know what? It's time for me to shine. It's time for me to be, no longer accosted or defiled or defeated in that way. It's time for me to be exalted so I can share my words and my findings with the world, so that I can express to people, guess what? These additives and things, these toxic things, these behaviors, these are not necessary. If you want a life that is beneficial for yourself and the world around you, if you want it positive, if you want to go in a certain direction, these are the alterations that you'll need to do in order to access that type of stability and peace in your life, that equilibrium, that balance that you need. And everybody flounders at times. They falter. It's natural. It's normal for that. I did it. I had to see it to believe it. I had to live it to learn it. That's how it goes. So the destruction of my being was actually beneficial. The destruction and removal of everything was beneficial. The fact that I have this child inside of me, I don't hold any malice toward the child, but has it held malice?
Oh my gosh, make up your mind, woman. She's just a bunch of lies on. I'm glad I did part 2s of this, because this video was whack, dude. Good Lord.
due to the fact that others have forced it upon me? Yes. He has been overwhelmingly stressed. His chemistry has been altered due to all of the stress and the cortisol I was releasing. So I understand he's in danger, but not by me. By you people.
Oh my gosh.
By the supreme beings, by the people that don't want to own up to what they have done and just offer me back and give it back freely. Because I'm not about to take anything. There's a huge difference taking from the world as opposed to it being offered freely to you. And that's what I'm seeking. I'm seeking true love. I'm not seeking this falsified version of it that you proclaim is normal. Proclaim is, it's natural. It might be natural to want to fornicate. It might be in our primal urges to want to fornicate with one another, but that is not love. That is lust. So the fact that you don't understand that, and the fact that the father of this child didn't understand that, if you liked me, you should have given me the respect I deserved and let me sleep that evening so that we could have had a day of it the next day. You didn't care about me whatsoever. You didn't care about me, what you discarded inside of me, your offspring, your son. You didn't care about him. One day he is going to acknowledge that. One day you will be damaged due to his acknowledgement of that. Because you didn't just mess with my soul. You messed with a new life.
I'm so curious if that Jason dude, I don't know. I don't know anything about him besides apparently he paid to have sex with someone he doesn't know. Doesn't give you, a warm, fuzzy feeling. But, everyone makes mistakes, so I don't know. I'm still bothered by, because there's some people who are like, oh yeah, he's in contact with CPS, and what I don't understand is why wait so long? Why not get the DNA test as soon as you found out she was pregnant and make sure your baby was okay? That just rubs me the wrong way.
That's how it goes. So the fact that I can't even convey my opinions, that I get in trouble for trying to seek out justice on my own, and you're trying to tell me that I wanted a relationship with this man, I didn't speak to him from the 9th of December until the 22nd of December. And it wasn't that I was just, whatever, like I was just going to wait until I harassed him again. No, he was nothing to me, like I was nothing to him. That's why I let it go until I found out I was pregnant. Then I had to speak up because I thought, you either need to own up to this, you need to do the right thing by a woman, or you need to be fucked hard in the ass in prison. So that's how it goes. You don't deserve freedom if that's how your freedom is going to, if you fought for our freedoms and you believe that that's freedom to just do your own thing and that's righteous to you, I'm sorry, it is not. You have stolen from me. You have abused me. You have neglected me. You have harassed me. And yet I'm the one being told that it's all me? No. People will see it. People will know me. People do know me. I know people all over this Midwest now. And I can't wait to travel further so that I can share my love and my genuine nature with those that deserve it. Because Jason didn't deserve it. And he's not gonna, he's gonna deserve what he gets in the long run for having done what he had done to me. And everyone thinks that me accosting him and forcing him to, hey, were you in a relationship? I didn't force anything. I didn't stalk him. I asked him. It was a request. He denied. That was fine. But I knew something was wrong. I knew that there was a life inside of me. I didn't know, per se, but I felt something was different. That's why I reached out. That's why I reached out to him in particular, because it was something about him, something about his DNA inside of me. That's what it was. because that altered my reality by the conception of a child. I knew, I felt it, and I didn't anticipate that, but I knew from the very beginning. I knew he was special in that way, and that's kind of hard because I know that I talk nicely about these people at the same time as wanting to rip their fucking dicks off and shove them in their mouths. But I know that it's just their stupidity. They don't understand their primal urges. They don't understand their natural instincts in that way. They're confused because they don't understand psychology and science. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I gave him some time to think it over before I processed it, the rape. And I gave him a week. He had no response. He had no response but to leave me in the dirt and to get as far away from me as possible because he thought that I was the one that was clinically insane. Yet, we all know it's the other way around. Only a psychopath could do what he had done and then just leave a woman. You don't just fornicate and ejaculate inside of a woman and expect that nothing will come of it. You should always be there to make sure within that couple weeks' time, oh shit, you got your period? Okay, I'm out. At the very least. Gaslight them for at least that long so that at least there's no child involved. Now there's another soul. There's another life. This is a new life. This could have been something positive. This could have been something positive for the both of us, and yet it's something that is bringing us both to our knees.
Yeah, it could have been something positive for you, but look at you. Still worried about him.
Both, in that way, he's going to be brought to his knees. He's going to be brought to justice. I'm going to make sure of it. There's no way that I could let this child go without a father, without all of these things, and not stand up for him. Because even though everyone presumes I'm the one hurting him, you are. You're the one forcing all this stress on me. You're the one that is telling me I can't smoke medicinal marijuana. You're the one that's telling me all these things that are altering my chemistry, causing me to freak out, causing me to be in pain, causing him to be in pain. So who's truly the one damaging this child? I would say the U.S. government at this point, because they're not listening to the mother whatsoever. That's a violation of my constitutional rights, and I've already been preaching about that. I had to learn about it. It would be a violation of my freedom of speech cutting these videos out. It would be a violation of my freedoms, doing all these things, and yet I was still incarcerated. I was the one that was detained. That's horrifying. I feel sad for the people involved, because you will get your karma. And whatever you believe, karma, what goes around comes around. In the perspective, you reap what you sow. Yeah. All these things, different dialects, different cultures, all the same concepts. People don't realize that. And like I was telling people about the higher beings that come from the sky, in every culture there's depictions. We all know that energy is there. We all know that these beings are there.
Oh my gosh. I can't with her. How long? Okay, she's almost done.
We all know that these people control us too, even on this plane, and they're humans. And now we have electronics to help us do that so that they can have access to our homes 24/7. They can have access to us 24/7. They can have, in our phones, everything we discuss, everywhere we go, every contaminant that we interact with, so they know exactly who they're dealing with, whom they're dealing with. So I pray everybody has a wonderful weekend, because it's already Thursday. Tomorrow I'll be 32 weeks along. I pray that this is all over soon, and that you justify what's gone on, and you understand that I am due for some compensation, some retribution in that way. And I would like to live out my days peacefully, because this is not correct. This cannot be correct. This is not what I was informed of when I went to Mass every Wednesday. This is not what I was informed of when I was taught to respect and listen and to comply with the authorities. I'm done. I guess I have to put my foot down at this point. Like I said, stake my my walking stick in the sand. I will go no further. You need to fix this. You need to alter this reality, because I'm sick and tired of struggling. These are my words to you. Today is July 7th, 2022. Leticia Collins Servin. Bye-bye.
Okay, so let me mute that. Turn this off. Oh crap, where's... Can't see. Let me just make sure she doesn't have any other videos. I don't think she posted anything today. What the fuck? I mean, I'm glad it's only 5 minutes long, but the title, Trash Babies, like, what the fuck, dude? Shit's gonna, like, get her hurt one day for real. La 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 la. I'm gonna have to watch something funny, do something to be watch this shit. Poor baby's coughing. Was he moving? Oh, because he has freaking cat hair. I don't even think I want to see him move, because I would probably just get emotional and sad. Oh, is he moving? Oh, shoot. Yeah, she's definitely pregnant.
Kitty.
Thought she was talking to her baby for a second, but she was talking to the fucking cat.
Little kitty.
I'm sitting here trying to see if the baby's moving when she's talking about her fucking cat, man. She just looks so evil. Like, I feel like I can't even look at her in the eyes.
Moving around a lot right now. Probably because I haven't eaten. Probably because I'm about to go get a pack of cigarettes because I don't have any weed.
What?
So, I'm sick and tired of people trying to tell me what the fuck to do. I'm over it. I don't give a shit. I didn't ask for this baby. He didn't ask for me. And
no,
that's just
he
how it is.
didn't. He definitely did not ask for you.
Fucking little shit. Always stops when the camera's rolling. And then sometimes it'll move my gigantic belly all over the place. Sick of this. Sick of being disgusting and fat. Not that it was going to be any different either way. Not having fucking... I'm just so sick of this. I'm so sick of just existing. I'm sick of this pregnancy. I'm sick of the father and what he'd done. I'm sick of the fucking allegations that I falsified the rape report. I'm sick and tired of it. There is no manipulation or corruption going on my end, aside from everyone doing it toward me. I'm gonna go get a pack of cigarettes now, since nobody wants to help afford for my fucking medicine, my actual medicine.
I wonder if she would actually go get cigarettes. It's crazy because she was just talking about how, like, that was so much worse than smoking weed, but I guess she doesn't care. Oh my gosh, and y'all know this is just gonna get worse, because I mean, especially for us who have been pregnant and have kids, the further along you are, the harder it gets. The more irritable you are because you're tired, you're hurting, you can't move, you're just ready for the baby to come out, you're excited, but you're just like, oh my gosh. I know my last pregnancy was a scary pregnancy. It was like thank God me and baby was okay. Oh my gosh, it was the worst. And I want to say she came a couple of weeks early because we had to get her out as soon as possible, but we wanted her to stay in as long as possible, if that makes sense. So it's like as soon as she was good and safe to get her out, that's was what we needed to do. But oh my gosh, I was so freaking ready. And with her freaking attitude and everything that's going on with her, what did she say? 32 weeks? She's 32 weeks, I think she said. Which, I don't know. It just makes me nervous because I'm just hoping they step in very fucking soon before she even gives birth, because I feel like there's a part of me that's like she, probably won't go to the hospital, but deep down I feel like she will go to the hospital because she's not going to be able to take the pain, and her mom will probably make her go. But shit, you never know. It just makes me nervous. I don't want her to be in a bad mood like she is now and take it out on that baby. A poor baby. Okay.
Medicinal marijuana. I'm tired, I'm haggard, I'm not gonna eat, and I'll just smoke some cigarettes, maybe have some alcohol. Fuck it. Who cares? No one gives a shit. So, the same thing, like, I will record myself smoking a cigarette right now, because I'm sick and tired of this bullshit. You guys think that you own everybody's bodies. You can't just give us our allotments. You can't just afford for my fucking medicine. No, I've spent thousands of dollars the last few years trying to supply my stability, my mental stability. And then you guys just get away with murder. Nice. This is on you. This is on you, not me. This is none of my fucking business that I'm pregnant right now, because I told him, don't do that shit. And also, I need a plan B. No. Everybody's like, oh, he's so innocent. He's just a baby. Bitch. He's not that innocent. He stems from his father, and that's the Satan seed right there. So whatever.
Dude, all babies are freaking innocent. What the hell? You're so disturbing.
Whatever you people presume. You can eat my fucking shit. You can. Literally eat my fucking shit. Want a little toxic baby? I'll make sure to go get some AIDS beforehand, and then we'll see how much you want to deal with this baby when it has AIDS and you don't want to fucking touch it because you don't want to get contaminated either.
That's such a fucked up thing to do. Like, that's so fucked up, dude. Like, how, you're like, what? I can't with her. I hope someone catches her. Catches her outside type shit. Knows everything about her, ends up in that same jail cell type of shit.
We'll see. We'll fucking see how much innocent baby. Oh, you don't treat people like innocent people, just like me. I was an innocent baby at one point. Apparently, I'm not innocent anymore.
Yeah, no, you're not. Look how you're treating your own freaking flesh and blood. Are you freaking kidding me? My gosh, she's like the biggest kid making the biggest fucking temper tantrums.
Because I grew up and I grew tits. That doesn't make me innocent anymore. That makes me a target. Fucking little trash. Fucking moving around in here. Make it end. Make it fucking end, God. I swear to Christ. Today is July 7th, 2022. Leticia Collins serving. Trash babies.
Well, that's enough to fucking piss anybody off. What the fuck? it makes me nervous. She hasn't posted on YouTube today. But I'm like, well, she posted a picture on Instagram, so I guess she's fucking out there. Oh, she drives me crazy. Now I gotta find something else to watch. I guess if y'all hear anything, any new updates, y'all can leave it in the comments. Hope everyone has had a great week. It's finally Friday. Finally.